Hey guys, Matty Miller, Pursuit Real Estate. Hope you're doing well. And today in our current market, we're talking about how to respond to a low ball offer. A lot of knee-jerk reactions of, are they serious with this offer? If you're a seller, we're going to break down what you need to do to prepare for that, because there's a good chance it will happen in this market. And how do you really handle it and get through it? That way you can sell your home in a tough market. All right, guys, so let's face it. At this point, if you guys have been following me along, or maybe any other real estate agents in the Jacksonville area, you are understanding that this is becoming a buyer's market. And if you're a seller, that means you need to get prepared for the classic lowball offer. They will happen. You will get them. And the key is you can make those work, assuming that you're reasonable and you are able to keep calm and understand how to get through that. So a couple things we want to talk about is, number one is we want to understand what the offer is. And a lot of times what I do is, if we do get a lowball offer, I'm going to call that agent and say, hey, was this based off of comps? Was this based off of price per square foot? Or are they just trying to get a lowball, trying to lowball you to see if you can get a reaction, see if they can get a counter to lower than what the list price is, because we haven't seen a ton of properties that are going for list price at this moment. So there are going to be those lower offers, and some of them should be 3 to 5%, maybe sometimes 7 to 10. But you'll see some people throw out 15% off the list price, 20% off the list price, thinking that that's going to help. Typically it's not, but the one thing you can do to prepare yourself is, number one, just stay calm. I kind of fight battles with numbers, and so I can pull things off of our MLS and look at, hey, what is the price per square foot in the neighborhood? What is the price per square foot in the nearest mile? What is the price per square foot in the nearest 3 miles? And kind of take that and drill it down, take it to the actual house, because price per square footage is a good representation of what we can get value-wise, and to try to figure that out. So that's one thing, is, again, fight it with numbers. If there's another home on the market that's very similar, that hasn't sold, and is a similar price, take that in consideration. Understand where your home is valued at. As the seller, you need to understand that. And as the buyer, they need to understand that as well. And there may be some wiggle room in there, because there are certain people that need to sell, and they need to sell very quickly. So maybe they're willing to take less. You never know the other party's situation. So that is another thing. So understanding where your market is and staying calm, not getting upset about it, is another key factor. A lot of people get upset, and it's like, you don't have to get upset. It's not something, I understand this is emotional, and it can be, and you want to make the most money you can off your home. I get that. But at the same time, you getting upset about it is not going to help you sell your home ultimately. It's try to drill down, speak with your agent. If you don't like your agent, call me. Those things are there. But at the same time, it is a negotiation, and understand that that's going to happen. We're not in a market anymore where you don't have to negotiate. You absolutely have to negotiate. It will probably swing in the buyer's favor a little bit at this point, sometimes a lot of bit, depending on what you think your home is worth. So once you kind of get through those things, the big one is counter with some confidence. Understand that you know your numbers, and that's where knowing your value of your home is going to really help you. When you make that counter, hey, we made this counter based on these numbers, bottom line. So it's numbers never lie, facts are facts, and we're going to stick with that. And that's where you're at. And the other side of that is, and this is probably more of a buyer thing, and the key point is, don't be afraid to say no. A lowball offer sometimes may not be worth your time, but at the same time, in the buyer side, a lot of buyers have made offers and walked away, and then the seller can come back to them. That's when you know you're in a challenging market. And understand when to negotiate, because there's not always another buyer around the corner. There may just be one. And if you want to sell it in a 30 or 60-day window, you have to be understanding of that. So you may need to negotiate with that one buyer or that one seller. So those are things there. And sometimes they do come back. That happens a lot. So when it comes to handling lowball offers, it's all about understanding where that other party is coming from, staying calm, countering with some confidence, and knowing when to walk away if you need to walk away. And everybody's situation is a little bit different than that. But if you guys have any questions, have any concerns, need some help thinking about selling your home, but really, really want to know the market and what your home is worth, give me a call. My name's Matty Miller with Pursuit Real Estate, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.